Ten,
Standby to take studio.
7, 6,
Standby
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good afternoon, MCHS, and welcome to season 26 of MCTV News. Anyway, I'm glad once again to be your host, Melnychuk.
And I'm Davina Bolen. As you may notice, our set had a major upgrade since we went off the air last season.
A big thanks to Stuart Surduk and the rest of the staff at Nate News Watch, who donated it to MCTV Studio. It really does look good, actually. Anyway, Divina, ready to do this?
Absolutely. On today's episode, Tegan Piché provides information about the brand new upcoming fall break here at MCHS. My co-host brings us a look at the outdoor activities offered at Camp Nakamun. Anna Lesburg reports from the Morinville Farmers Market. And finally, I will give you a taste of what the drama auditions for the upcoming production of A Christmas Story entailed. But first, here's our top story.
One of the biggest news stories in Morinville during 2019 was the final construction of the brand new $24.3 million Morinville Leisure Center. Back on September 7th, the MLC officially opened to the public amidst great fanfare. And reporter Skylar Boissonnault is there. She brings us this report.
On September the 7th, members of the community came out to witness the grand opening of the Morinville Leisure Center, or better known as the MLC. The council listened to their community and delivered their request. For 6 years, the plan has been in process. Recently, a $24.3 million building was built for everyone to enjoy.
Well, we tried to build a flexible space to allow the most opportunity for any kind of event that you can imagine. So, of course, it's recreation focused, so all kinds of hockey tournaments, regional, provincial events, indoor soccer, pickleball, basketball, you name it, as well as trade shows and things of that nature as well.
The center is open for everyone to enjoy, from a 4-year-old to a 90-year-old. People from all over came to enjoy the activities being offered, from face painting to drop-ins or even demos. To celebrate the opening, free day admission for the weekend was offered. In the end, people always left with a smile. The center not only benefits Morinville, but the surrounding communities as well.
Morinville is, it's a rapidly growing municipality in our region, many young families, and right now these families generally will have to go to St. Albert or to the base, to access these recreational services. So it's a great thing that, families don't have to travel very far to access, a good gym or an ice rink. And I really think it ups the stature of this community and will provide a lot of opportunities to showcase the great town of Morinville to this area.
The MLC is in the process of new phases where more facilities and activities can be added to the building. Aquatics or more fields and rinks are a possibility. The number one goal is to keep the community active and connected.
I'd like to see the community grow and love this place and take advantage of it, and possibly see the facility get even bigger one day.
The Morinville Leisure Center is an amazing facility that gives opportunities to the community and surrounding communities. It is being very well loved and well used, and has a very bright future. For MCTV News, Skylar Boissonnault reporting.
Winter is creeping up on us, and I'm sure many are hoping for a few more warm days before the geese fly south. Here to tell us what the weather has in store, it's our very own meteorologist, Melnychuk.
Guys, so unfortunately, our weatherman of about 4 years actually graduated last year. Bradford Bullock was our main weatherman from seasons 21 to 25, and he's moved on to do so much more better things. So Brad, if you're watching, we're proud of you, and I'll try to do the best I can. Anyway, first we're going to take a look at our Canadian weather. In Iqaluit, it's about 2 degrees. In Yellowknife, it's 3 degrees. Both of them, it's a little bit of snow and rain up there. It's actually quite warm for where they are. It is 6 degrees in Whitehorse with some clouds and suns. Once again, pretty warm for our northern territories. It is 5 degrees here in Winnipeg and 7 degrees here in Regina. In Vancouver, it's 13 degrees, but it's really wet down there. It's raining. So if you go to Vancouver, make sure you bring some some rain gear. Next over, we have our eastern provinces. Toronto, it is 16 degrees, and in Montreal, it is 14 degrees with a little rain. Same as St. John's, it's 10 degrees with some raining clouds, and in Halifax, it is 16 degrees. Let's take a look at our Albertan weather. It is 8 degrees up in Fort Mac, a little bit of snow and rain up there. In high level, it is 10 degrees. And in Grand Prairie, it is also 10 degrees, but they both have snow and rain there. In our mountain cities, it is 10 degrees and 9 degrees. It's raining in Jasper and in Banff. It's a little bit of snow and rain up there. And actually, with these 4 cities over here, it's a lot of sun and clouds over here, with 13 in Edmonton, 12 in Red Deer, 5 in Calgary, and 14 in Medicine Hat. Let's take a look at your current conditions. It is 13 degrees currently here in Morinville, with relative humidity of 61 degrees, sunrise at 8:18 a.m. and sunset at 6:17 p.m. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It's pretty good. It's pretty good over here, actually. Gets a little colder down by the end of the week, but once again, just make sure you wrap up and get pretty warm for the following week. Anyway, let's take it back to you guys at the desk.
You may have noticed a change to the bell schedule at MCHS this year. Early dismissals were removed from the schedule, but in their place, MCHS will receive its very first fall break during the middle of November. With very few students knowing when and what fall break is, reporter Tegan Piché gives us a look on all the information you need to know to plan your week away from the building.
During the MCHS school year, students get a lot of time off to relax and forget about classes, whether it's summer vacation, long weekends, and everything in between. The staff at the school have recently announced a fall break, a new week of R&R for students and staff alike.
Hopefully it's a nice restful break for students, gives them a time to, chill out from the first 2.5 months of school and come back a little bit more energized, refocused, and ready to let's go again.
Students will be leaving class on November 8th and will be returning on the 18th to resume their education. A vacation like this may look amazing at first glance, but students having breaks lowers the amount of time students are in class every year. This means the curriculum will have to compensate with more work in class.
It wasn't so much a school decision as it was a division decision. So for the last number of years, a lot of staff members have been talking about other school boards who have had a fall break. Coming from a previous school district, from Pembina Hills, which was just north of here, we had a fall break.
Before the break was added, students would have a PDA day on the Friday and Remembrance Day on the Monday. Students are encouraged to go out and have some fun during this week, however you'd like. After all, it's better to nap on your bed at home than on the uncomfortable desks at school. For MCTV News, this is Tegan Piché reporting.
And now let's take a look at the daily announcements for the week of October 24th. Halloween is coming. MCHS Student Council is hosting a series of ghoulish activities next week to celebrate the spooky day. Monday is spooky musical chairs, Tuesday is eyeball pong, Wednesday is food fear factor. And don't forget to dress up on Thursday for your chance to win some great prizes. You do know the 5 Ds of dodgeball. If so, get your dodgeball team of 8 together in order to compete, starting at lunch on November 4th. All teams must have a minimum of 2 female participants. Attention grads, be sure to get your credit check done with Mrs. Christensen before October 31st in order for you to be on the 2020 grad list. It's not too late to get in your new underwear, socks, or bra donation to benefit the Marina Center in Edmonton. Deadline for donations is Thursday, October 31st. For these and other school information, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements in Block 2, logging on to the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. As well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Warrenville. We're out.
Last year, the MCHS Drama Department had one of its most successful musicals ever with The Sound of Music. As a follow, Miss King and the rest of the Drama Llamas are bringing a Christmas story this December. First step they needed was to find a new set of main actors and ensemble for the production. My co-host, Davina Bolen, takes a look at the auditions for the brand new MCHS musical.
At the beginning of every school year, the MCHS drama program prepares for the upcoming auditions for each fabulous musical. As a fan favorite throughout the community, the auditions provide a chance for high school students from grade 9 to 12 to take part in the musical. This year, it is A Christmas Story.
It was sort of serendipitous this year, so our dates for the Cultural Center got bumped from the beginning of December to the end of December, so we thought, why not do a Christmas show so close to Christmas?
Performing a Christmas classic has a lot of expectations to achieve, and auditions are the perfect way to do this. Students share what they would like to accomplish when auditioning.
I hope to accomplish being confident in myself and what I'm performing and be happy with what I got.
Keeping in mind the goals students strive to achieve during auditions, there are other reasons why students audition for the musical.
My older sister, she just graduated and she really enjoyed it and it looks like a lot of fun.
I'm auditioning for the musical because I love to sing and dance, and I've been doing it since I was little, and it's a great opportunity.
Auditioning for a musical can at times be nerve-wracking, but the director for A Christmas Story reassures the students that it is not as bad as it seems.
It's pretty chill at auditions, so everybody has an opportunity to go up on stage and sing about 60 to 90 seconds of a song, and everybody else in the room is super supportive. So there's lots of clapping and cheering for people, and it's a really positive environment. So I know it seems scary, but it doesn't have to be.
As there are so many students who participate in auditions, there are some attributes that help the panel and director decide the appropriate role for each student.
Confidence, that's the big thing. So if you can go on stage and show us that you're comfortable up there, that you belong on stage, that you're interesting to watch, that's who we want to take.
Although the cast list has already been posted and rehearsals are well underway, the auditions prove that there are many talented students among the MCHS community. For MCTV News, Davina Bolen reporting.
Welcome back. Here to give us a look at the latest scores in the NHL, NBA, and MLB is our very own sports analyst, Davina Bolen.
Thanks, Eric. Game 2 of the World Series saw the Washington Nationals embarrassing the Houston Astros 12-3. Washington heads back to Nationals Park with a 2-0 lead. It was a busy opening night for the 2019-2020 season of NBA. Philadelphia beat Indiana 119-110. The Cavs lost to the Magic 94-85. The Hornets edged the Bulls 126-125. Minnesota had a solid fourth quarter to secure a 127-126 victory over Brooklyn, and the Jazz started the season on a winning note with a 100-95 score over the Thunder. Turning to the NHL, there were only 2 games on tap last night. Ottawa finally secured its second regulation win of the season with a 5-2 victory over the struggling Detroit Red Wings, and Victor Hedman scored the winning goal with less than a minute to go in the third period to give Tampa Bay the 3-2 win over Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Coming up next, during the vacation break, many local youth head to summer camps across the province of Alberta, including Camp Nakamun, which is located on Long Lake. One of the camp counselors filed this report to give us a look at the fun activities that go on there.
Camp Nachman is a summer camp for kids of all ages. Whether camper or worker, the camp is a fun time for everyone. Even though some campers visit the camp many years throughout their life, there always seems to be a new experience. And at the front of the ship is the Camp Nachman Senior Director. He explains just all the fun activities you can do at camp.
There's lots of different things that happen each week at Nakamun during the summer. So there's zip line, climbing wall, king swing. So lots of different activities. You can do stuff on the water, kayaking. We have a pontoon boat to go tubing behind. We also have a ranch where you can ride horses. We have paintball. So there's a whole bunch of different activities and different things that people can do each week when they are out here at camp.
However, these kids can't just be left alone. Running all the other parts of the ship are the plethora of cabin leaders. The cabin leaders spend 24 hours a day watching the kids, making sure they have the best time that they can have for a week away from home. And for these cabin leaders, they have a few reasons why kids should go here to camp in the first place.
Because it's just a great time. They get to experience nature, they get to actually hang out with people rather than just pretend to, and they actually get to experience a whole different environment than they're used to, giving them an entire new branch of experiences to draw from and to shape them for the rest of their lives.
Camp is a great place for kids to just kind of like get away from their house in situations where the family's not so good and situations where the family is great. It was always kind of a getaway for me when I was a kid, and it's just kind of nice to have a week where you're away from like your normal, you know, like try new things and meet new people, even for just a week, to like feel that connection with a group that you haven't known previously.
The camp, however, cannot be run without the campers that keep coming back year after year, some even becoming cabin leaders when they get older. And for this camper, his week has been full of new experiences.
Well, I've been here multiple months or just multiple times, and it's been just quite an experience. It's just been fun. I've learned about Jesus and had fun at the same time.
Nachman is a fun place, not only for the campers, but the kids as well. If you want to find out about some of their amazing activities, go to nachman.com. For MCTV News, this is Junior Cabin Leader E-Dog reporting. After a hiatus of several years, MCHS Student Council came with authority in the 2018-2019 school year. Today, I'm pleased to be joined by the current Student Council President, Cheyenne Dunn, to talk to them about their plans for the 2019-2020 school year. Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So the first question I have is why is it important to have a student council in schools?
Oh, it's important to have a student council in school because it gives students a voice, and that they have a voice in school, so they're not left out.
All right. There are a lot of events that happened in the last school year.
Yeah.
So what were some of your personal favorite events that happened?
I have to say the dress-up days were one of my favorites. And I like doing events with the teachers and stuff.
Why is that?
They get them involved.
Very true. What are some of the future plans that Student Council has for the future for this year so far?
Oh, well, we're doing a lot of charity events throughout the years. On Fridays, we're doing hot chocolate sales.
I'm actually quite excited for that.
Well, it's not really a sale. It's just we're giving out hot chocolate on Fridays.
It's even better.
Yeah.
Free hot chocolate. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. I understand you guys are actually, so with new events that are happening, I understand you guys are actually have the Halloween going on next week.
Yes, we do.
Can you explain what your plans is for that?
Oh, well, like Davina said earlier, we have spooky musical chairs on Monday, and that's in the drama room. So we play spooky Halloween music. And then Tuesday's the eyeball pong, where we just throw ping pong balls in a cup.
All right.
And then the Food Fear Factory, where students get to eat strange foods and can tap out if they want to.
All right. And then finally, I understand you guys right now are actually doing an underwear drive.
We are.
Would you like to shed a little bit of light on that, what that's all about?
Oh, it's to give people who are less fortunate who don't have underwear the necessities that we take for granted on a daily basis.
Well, that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. During the spring, summer, and early fall, the Morinville Farmers Market had provided the community members with a chance to purchase local produce and homemade arts and crafts. From a box of strawberries to a birdhouse for your backyard, there's something that everyone who takes the time to walk down to the St. John Baptist Park. MCTV reporter Anna Lesburg gives us this look.
The Morinville Farmers Market operates throughout the summer from June until the end of September. Every Friday, members of the community come to St. John Baptist Park to support local farmers and businesses.
Morinville has a lot of potential, but it hasn't really been realized until this year. This year, things have been getting much better. That new location by the road, by the main road here, has helped things a lot, I think.
I like that we can bring the community together and have all the people come down here and get good deals on food. Like, the economy nowadays is expensive, but the fact that they can come here, get fresh fruit, vegetables, and other stuff is really nice. I like meeting the community.
Through rain, snow, or wind, the market has been held each and every Friday this summer, offering a diverse selection of items from jewelry to baked goods to fresh fruits and vegetables, each with their own production methods.
I just put the honey in an extractor, and it spins around for 15 minutes, and the honey spins out. And I separate the wax from the honey, and then the honey's ready.
I have pies of all sorts, cinnamon buns, cakes, canning.
It's a hobby since I've retired, although I've been doing beekeeping on the side for 25 years.
Unlike previous years, when it was located at the Ray McDonald Sports Centre, this year the Farmers Market was hosted at St. John Baptist Park, what many people think is a change for the better.
We moved here to St. John Baptist Park. We were at the Ray McDonald Arena, but due to that possibly being torn down, I didn't want to start a market and then have to move in the middle of the year because they're tearing it down because it'd be demolition. So we just started here and we're going to continue here.
It's fine. It's just carrying stuff in from your vehicles. It's harder than it was at the arena.
We're more positive about the market, and it's selling much better now.
Though the market is finished for the summer, applications for the indoor winter market are now available. If you want to get involved, the market manager can be contacted at 587-598-2158 or through their Facebook page. For MCTV News, Anna Lesburg reporting.
And that's it for another episode of MCTV News. Join us again on our next broadcast on Thursday, October 31st, for a very spooky episode of MCTV News, when Skylar Boissonnault covers the 2019 Canadian federal election. I will bring you the first episode of Category Season 2, as well as a force that haunts the MCTV class called the MCTV Revenge, and Eric Stedman will show us how not to lose your fingers and a look at the MCHS construction class. All this plus your sports and plus your 7-day weather forecast on the next episode of MCTV News. So I don't know if you saw the trailer for the new Star Wars actually, but I am so excited.
Me too. I love Star Wars. I have all the movies and I always go to the movie theaters just to watch the Star Wars movies with my cousins, and it's just a really good
It really is. Especially last season I talked about getting the first tickets, but then I found out that Bradford Bullock, our ex-cameraman, got them before us. This season, my parents were like watching, and we actually got the earliest tickets you can get in St. Albert. I'm so excited. And if anybody has a problem with that, please come talk to me after. From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Eric Melnychuk.
And I'm Davina Bolen. Thanks for tuning in.